I want to buy this. Condom. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So today what am I doing here? I would like to share to you guys about attitude. So what is attitude? But before that, for this video, you are going to learn more and more about attitude. First of all, you can describe what attitude are and why they are of interest of social psychologists. What makes social psychologists have interest to get know about attitude of human. Number two is we can outline the ways in which we may acquire attitude through learning, discuss the role of social comparison in attitude acquisition, and outline the role of the content in the link between attitude and behavior, and then you can describe of the aspect of attitude themselves and how attitude may influence behavior. So without further ado, let's go. So what is attitude? Attitude are emotional evaluation of various aspects of the social world, and it is a basic component of social cognition. And the most important is attitudes influence behavior. For example, you Sajad, why he become a woman?
Dia natural.
He is a man, right?
Natural, lembut. Lembut
Disgusting.
sangat. Nampak tu? Dia
Why this man smoke at here? So, how attitude formation occurs, how attitude develop? It is through social learning, which is the process through which people acquire new information, form of behavior or attitude from other persons. There are two types of attitude. The first one is explicit attitude, which is consciously accessible attitude that are controllable and easy of refer. For example, bro, actually I can tell you that I hate maths. No, please, no. And then the second one is implicit attitude, which is a conscious association between objects and evaluative response. For example, sayang. Yes. Actually, when I at this park, I always remember how I can fall in love with you, sayang. Thank you. Oh my god, you're so sweet. Me too. So there are types of how attitude can be developed. The first one is classical conditioning, which is learning based on association. For example, oh, wow. So if I wearing this, I can change from fat to thin. Interesting. I might buy this product. Next is instrumental conditioning, which is we want rewards for the right views. For example, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to present our budget of 2022. So, what are you need for us to implement in this budget? I think this politician is very good. We must believe to him. If not, we gonna doesn't get our e-wallet. I want to scan. I want to use 7E50 ringgit. Next one, observational learning, which is we learning by exposure to others. Dad, I want to smoke too. Hey, you are still kid. No smoking. But you can smoke, although it is dangerous. Number 4, social comparison, which is it is the process through which we compare ourselves to others in order to determine whether our view of social reality is correct or not. Oh my god, Nilofa is getting engaged with Puris. I think I want to marry with someone like Imam Muda, pencetus ummah. Hey, don't you afraid to marry with kind of people? Aura ke-19, he is a PU too. So marrying PU is not good, it is? So, how attitude can develop? So, we have a reference group, which is this group of people we whom we identify and whose opinion we value. For example, we might asking our friend, do you think I have a good attitude like Elia maybe? Elia have a good girl, Muslimah girl. I think we have a distance of difference between me and her. So, when and why do attitudes influence behavior? So, depending on the degree to which of the action is public and there are potential social consequences, attitude will differentially predict behavior. Next, I want to explain about role of the social context in the link between attitude and behavior. So attitude that we hold with greater clarity of certainty are more strongly linked to behavior than attitudes about which we feel some uncertainty. Constraints on revealing our private attitudes can occur even when we are with other people with whom we highly identify. For example, first, pluralistic ignorance. Hey, do you like people smoking? Because I don't think that people smoking are good people. Yeah, they like to spread the smoke, the hazardous smoke to people. I don't like it. Bro. Not all smokers is bad, bro. I have known some people who smoking, but they like to help people at the street, like to donating. I think you should change your perspective toward them. Don't be like that. Next is strength of attitude. So the term strength captures the extremity of an attitude, which is how strong the emotional reaction is. Second is the degree of certainty with which an attitude is held, the sense that you know what your attitude is and the feeling that it is the correct position to hold, as well as the extent to the attitude is based on personal experience with the attitude object. So, how attitude are changed? First one is persuasion, using communicators, message and audience.
Jadi masyarakat yang bijak, elakkan daripada panik. Jaga kebersihan dan keselamatan diri dan tanggungan anda.
When I see Dr Fizah giving me advice, it made me want to stay at home for my safety. Next one is fear FPLs. My sons, please pray. If not, neraka kirim salah. So, the cognitive processes. We can process persuasive message in two distinct ways: systemic versus heuristic processing. So systemic processing is a processing of information in a persuasive message that involves careful consideration of message contents and idea. For example, when you read something about the danger of being outside in the COVID-19 situation, so you might read the consequences, the effect, and then you look for the cases that getting rise every week. So you might be careful with every action that you take. Next is heuristic processing, which is processing of information in a persuasive message that involve the use of simple rule of thumbs or mental shortcut. So it's really related with some of the theories that related with heuristic processing. For example, you know about road safety, you know about smoking in public area, or vaping, or maybe cleanliness issue in Malaysia. There are some of simple message or campaign that doesn't need a facts information that we need to think first and then we can apply in our attitude. So although attitude can be changed with those way I have said before, but some of the people feel they have to resist this type of persuasion attempts, which is the first one is reactance, which is protecting our personal freedom. For example, I don't care what people say about smoking people. They have right to say, but they cannot touch my rights to smoke. Yeah, I smoke before I feel relaxed. So what's wrong? Don't hate me because of smoking. Hey man, do you know smoking can lead to death? Why are you still smoking? Hey. You talk about smoking again, I will punch you.
Alisa nak Acik Nurul suapkan tak?
Aku tak tahu macam mana kalau Alisa berpisah.
Advertisement. Change the channel. Then, ego depletion can undermine resistance, which is our self-regulation, the limited capacity to engage our willpower and control our own thinking and emotion. So, if we have our ego depletion is where our capacity to self-regulate has been reduced because of prior expenditure of limited mental resource. So we might obey some of the rules and form our attitude towards the positive one. So we doesn't follow our ego. We doesn't have to defend our bad attitude. Just we feel that what are we doing is right. Yeah. So I think that's all for me about attitude. I hope some of the example that I've given in this video you might understand and then you might can be applied in your life daily, because every day we form our attitude either in the good way or the bad way. Stay safe. This COVID-19 situation also form your attitude either you realize or not of its danger. That's all for me. Thank you. Bye-bye.